everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Bills are the least scored on team in the league, and they'll be up against the Falcons offense that will need to rise to the occasion.
Well, Larry, no snow in the forecast, but the wind is whipping off Lake Erie and into New Era Field, just south of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Between the Atlanta Falcons and the Buffalo Bills. To get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They go play fake. Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Blair Brown in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Mahomes now to throw, and that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll run it with Coleman. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot! Over! Set, blue, landing!
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fleming. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing is Mahomes on third. He'll rifle this one deep right, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. He gets away from one. Crushing tacklers aside. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's Coleman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough job to contain them.
On second down, Ryan. Moncrief brings it in. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Third and 2, now Ryan. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Fleming. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Shift together here from the D-line. They begin the drive with Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down. Complete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he's out of bounds, able to get it up right near the 25 to the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And that's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Coleman now. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here's Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Here we go. All right, here we go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
And one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Ryan. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right on the 30. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Mahomes will try again on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now it's Mahomes again. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Second down, here's Ryan. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. This is Coleman. Gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And now it's second down.
Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Second and 10 now. Ryan. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
The Falcons on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw again is Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Ryan on 1st down. It's caught by Moncrief. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, Ryan trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got room. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Well, not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back now in Buffalo. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Play clock winding down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Falcons on third down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete here on third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. In motion right is Brown. Now they try the right side here. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 2nd down following the run.
Here we go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. throwing on second down. And this is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Blue, land it. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mahomes going to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Tech McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. They will run again with Coleman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Back that up,
On third down, it's Edwards. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He's back to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
Try to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been enough. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.